Let's see if we can get a number out of this expression. We've got, as I look at this, I see a division and a multiplication. Now, division and multiplication have the same strength, so I'm just going to move left to right. So let's see what we'll get here. So I'm going to have 16 divided by 2 times 4, just moving left to right. 16 divided by 2 is 8 times 4. How about 32? So let's write a 32 in our answer field here. So we're saying that this right here is another way of writing 32. Problem number 7, we want to work this problem without using a calculator. So let's look at what we have here. We've got a multiplication, an exponential, a power, an addition, a multiplication, a power, an addition, multiplication, and subtraction. So what do we do first? We do powers and roots first. Now we don't have any roots here, we just have some powers. So let's take care of these powers first. So we're going to take care of this one here, and this one here. So let's write this. We're going to have 4 times, now 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. Right, be careful, don't go too fast. It's not 2 times 3. It's 2 multiplied 3 times. Plus 5 times 2 squared is 4, plus 4 times 2 minus 2. All right, we've taken care of the powers. Now let's go back and move left to right, taking care of the multiplications. I see 2 of them, 3 of them. And then we'll go back and do the addition subtractions. So let's take care of this group here, and this group here. So 4 times 8 is 32, plus 5 times 4, 20, plus 4 times 2 is 8, minus 2. Now we've done the powers and the multiplications. Now I see what we've got here is an addition, and a subtraction. So let's just go left to right. Right now, I'm going to do this step by step. So I'm going to first of all take care of these two. 32 plus 20, 52. And then plus 8 minus 2. You could probably do this all in your head at once if you liked. Now we'll do these two, which is moving left to right. 52 plus 8, that's a 60. And then minus 2. 60 minus 2, 58. So we will put a 58 into our solution block here. What am I writing 82? Let's see if I can erase that and write 58. There we go. What we have here in problem 8 is 4 algebraic expressions. Here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now these are expressions, okay, up here, that we're calling them expressions, not equations. Equations have an equal sign in it. These are expressions, and I like to think of these as computing instructions. So let me draw the boxes that I like to draw to give us an idea of what we're doing here and what's happening. Imagine what we're doing is taking an input value, like right over here, take some number in this box here, and somehow convert it to an output value. Somehow take this value here and get it to be a value over here. Well, to do that, we need some set of instructions, right? How do we take this value? What do we do to it in order to convert it to this number right here? Well, that's what these do. That's what these algebraic expressions are. These expressions, we've got 4 of them in this case, are just computing instructions, all right? I've written that down here. So just think of these things, x plus 1, 2x, x to the 5th, 3 to the x, or any expression, as a set of computing instructions. So the first one, we have this one here, right? We have like x plus 1. All right, now this is going to be our box of x values. Now x is a variable, so x can take on different values. And what we're going to do in this problem here is we're going to assume that the x takes the value 2. All right, so what we're going to be doing here is we're going to put in a 2. All right, so put in a 2 and then run 2 through our set of computing instructions. And then once we get that value, put it over here in the output box. So let's do this. Let's see how it goes. I'll write our computing instructions down here. Here's the computing instructions. Now, what is this x? All right, take that x. We know what x is. X is 2. So I'm going to replace the x with a 2 plus 1, which is 3. So our result is 3. Now just put the 3 over here in the output box. So what we've just done here is this. We have evaluated the expression x plus 1 when x is 2. Now, just some terminology here. We're talking about evaluation, all right? What we've done up here, we're finding the value of an expression. So our activity is evaluation. So we have evaluated this expression. Now, what we do is we evaluate expressions, we solve equations. Now, we haven't gotten to equations yet. So we want to keep our terminology straight here. We evaluate expressions and we solve equations. So right now we've just evaluated the x plus 1. Let's go on to 2b. So in 8b we're going to evaluate 2x when x is equal to 2. So what we're thinking now, when you think about this in your head, is that in our box up here, we no longer have the x plus 1, but rather we have 2x. Now just think about this for a minute here. This is a set of computing instructions. What does it say to do to x? Now, x is some number, right? Just take that number, put it here. What do you do to it? Well, this is pretty straightforward. Just double it, right? You just multiply it by 2. So whatever comes in, we're going to multiply it by 2 and then send it out. So what's coming in is 2, right? When x equals 2. So let's evaluate it here. So we're going to have 2x, but x is equal to 2. I'm going to put a multiplication dot there. Otherwise, it looks like 22. All right, so 2 times 2 is 4. So there's our value. So 2x is equal to 4 when x equals 2. So what we would do is we would take this 4 and put it right back into here. In 8c, down here, in 8c, we're going to evaluate this expression, right, x to the 5th, when x is equal to 2. All right, so imagine now in our box here, the computing instructions are now x to the 5th. And can you read what it says to do? It says take whatever comes in, right, whatever x value you put in. Now, we're always putting in 2, so I'll put a 2 over here. Whatever x value comes in, you're going to replace the x with that value, in our case 2. And whatever you do, you raise it to the 5th power. All right, so whatever comes in, we're going to raise it to the 5th power. So let's do that down here at the bottom left. So here's our instructions, x to the 5th. We're going to replace x with 2. So we're going to have 2 to the 5th. Now that's equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. All right, 2 times 2 is 4. Times 2 again is 8. Times 2 again is 16. Times 2 again is 32. So now we're going to take this 32 and put that up here in our box. I'm going to write it just on the outside. All right, so when x is equal to 2, x to the 5th produces 32.